Well, we've got so much going on in all different directions with Moxie Media Promotions and the things that we've got coming up. We can't pay attention to everything all the time, right. And we only see these guys twice a year. I do like watching this series.
Well, sure.
I do like watching these wingless sprint cars. I mean, they drive totally different than the wing cars.
Well, yeah, I don't even know. Quite honestly, I don't know how.
You
depended on that wing for everything.
Yes. And without that wing, that's why they sling them in the way they do to get those cars to turn. It'll be a great night. I mean, watching these guys at Willamette, the high speed of the sprint cars without the wing is what scares me. Is when these guys, if it happens when they go over, and we saw it happen. Yeah. First race of last year with, I think it was Rob Lindsay. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, it was not. It was who was I can't remember
it happening.
Yeah, down in turns 3 and 4, and it's just scary to see that.
Sure.
Just totally. I don't like seeing that at all. They'll be there Saturday night, the Wingless Sprint Series. What did we get last year? We were getting like 12, 14 cars with the series that were coming in.
The Wingless?
Yeah, I think it was about...
I want to say it was like 19, almost 20.
Did we get that many?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it was fairly good car count. I mean, better than we have in the years past. Hopefully we'll get at least that much, Interesting conversations I've had with people today on the phones, and before we get into that discussion, I really want to get Mike in here. I know Mike's up against the clock. He's got some things going down in Bakersfield, and we got to get him in here, here in the next few minutes. Mike, I want you to call. We will get you in. We'll talk Bakersfield Speedway results, and then we're going to have a short discussion on another topic, and then we're going to get into the meet. We're going to get into the meet tonight's show, one that you guys know, I did a lot of research today. Been kind of reading about it during the week. Pretty controversial subject given something that, happened just this last week at one of the big shows in the country. And we'll talk about it. But before Mike comes in, Mike, you can call in anytime you want. I know that he's listening. He's been hitting us up here on the chat line. Shout out to our sponsors. Without these guys, this show probably truly wouldn't be possible. Northwest Trucking Academy, Archer Floor Covering. Whoa. Brought a little funk there. Mike Patterson, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, Corey?
Just living the dream. Just living the dream down here in the IMCA Total Car Care Studio in Jetstream tonight. Doing it West Coast wide open style. Let's talk Bakersfield, man. I know you guys had a big week down there and lots of racing action, and things are settled down, back to a regular show, and kind of let's run through who'd you guys have in the house? Give me the classes you guys had.
Well, you talk about regular shows. Actually, this past week we had the USAC midgets came out, and we had the Western sprint cars come out as well this past week. So, unfortunately, we don't have any of their results yet, so we'll bypass those guys.
Let me ask you, the midgets at Bakersfield, aren't those fun to watch?
Yeah. Oh, we had a B main with those guys.
Nice.
It was a great race, just battles, nice, and it was very clean races. We only had a couple unfortunate incidents out there, but nothing, nothing that wasn't racing, which was great.
Good deal. So let's go through. You had the sprints, you had the midgets, and then what was your support classes?
Yeah, on the card we had mini dwarfs, mini mods, IMCA modifieds, and American stocks.
Okay. Give us a top 5 from each division.
We're going to do the IMCA modifieds and the American stocks. The little guys, they had a great run, but there was just so many of them that it'll take forever. We'll get to the meat and potatoes of this one tonight.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, we'll start off with the American stocks. IMCA American stock, the American stocks out here, which is our Bang Energy drink sponsored American stocks. We had 12 of them.
Good show. Okay.
Which is decent turnout, absolutely decent turnout. We'll go top 5, starting in 5th place. Person making her debut, Tina Johnson in the 24. Yes, it's a Johnson family car.
It doesn't surprise me.
Be fast.
Yep.
She drove up from the 11th spot all the way up to 5th.
Good run.
This is the tricky one. There's not a lot of. She's the top finishing Johnson.
You're kidding.
No.
Wow, that says a lot.
American stock, so some of those Johnsons aren't in there. 4th place, Brian Childress. Flying Brian Childress, the 46 car.
Okay.
Got a 2nd place. First top 5 for the season for him. In 3rd, started in the 5th spot, the 24D of Daryl Mealer from Bakersfield. Then in 2nd place, number 74, she started 9th. That's Miranda Scott in the 74. That's one of Ethan Dotson Racing, that group there.
Right.
She comes up in 2nd spot. Your winner, the 316 from Bakersfield, was Kenny White. He started 8th.
Good run from 8th to 1st.
And he had a solid scout machine. I mean, and this race was a battle of. This was a survivor race.
Okay. How long did it take him to get to the front? Do you remember?
Oh no, he was there within 3 or 4 laps. He was in top 3.
Wow.
But there was unfortunate crashes and breaks for Brandon Radcliffe, 3-time winner this year. Roger Welch, who was running Wayne Dotson's 174. James Coots, who was running the 38cc, he wall rode across the front of the front straightaway and broke. He finished 9th. So, I mean, there was fast cars that had unfortunate incidents, and like I said, it was all about survival. But that's American stocks for you.
You know, the American stocks down there, you guys know how I feel about that class when we show up at the Bud Nationals. I absolutely love it. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys. That's a class where when you win there in that division, you earn it at Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah. And the American stocks class, it's kind of like your little brother. You want to pick on it, but at the same time, if anybody else does, you're really going to step up and support them. That's the way I feel about the American stocks and the hobby stocks. Guys are picking on them. Oh, you're not in a big car and a modified or a late model. But at the same time, you know what? Ain't nobody going to mess with our hobby stocks and American stocks out here.
No, that's a fast crowd. They really are.
And I really hope that some of those guys up in your way take a look at the rules at Bakersfield Speedway and make their trip down in October and come run that Bud Nationals.
Well, you know, we've got...
The Iron Giant is one thing for you guys up there, and it's a great show. But, man, it would be awesome to see some of those guys come down and test the waters of the hobby stocks down here.
We're working on it. The problem is those cars are so different in rules. What I think you might see is possibly a few of the IMCA stock cars head down for that show, and we're trying to get some of these guys.
Run the stock car class?
Yes.
Because we have the IMCA stocks here, so some of those guys might be able to make their way into make the transition into an IMCA stock car and come down and run. That'd be cool. Right.
We've got it starts a class that's growing here in the Pacific Northwest, the IMCA stock cars. We're going to talk about that later on the show. But, you know, I think if you see anybody from that level, you'll probably see, you know, if you saw anybody, would be those guys there. Hopefully we can talk them into coming down and racing with us down there. It's going to be a good show. Let's talk IMCA Modifieds at Bakersfield last Saturday night.
IMCA Modifieds, we had a total of, let me get down here, 13 cars.
Okay.
So it was a decent turnout for them. You know, we had some guys finishing way back that normally don't. Ethan Dotson in the 222 finished 10th.
Wow.
Austin Kiefer in the 3AC finished 13th, excuse me. But we had guys, you know, Chris Crump battled out last race for second place, finished 9th in this one.
Wow.
It just shows you how deep the talent pool is out here.
There's no doubt. Modifieds in California they're pretty much the elite division right now.
Yep. Top 10 will go Ethan Dotson in 10th. He started 11th. Chris Crump started 4th, finished 9th. Troy Morris Jr., the new owner of Bakersfield Karting Experience, his son and wife put the car together, set it up, put it in the hauler without him knowing, and told him Friday night that Happy Father's Day, you're going to race on Saturday. So that was cool. He had zero, will to go out there and run, because he was working at BKE and getting that all set up, and Dex, which is Troy Morris III, and his wife Kat put the car together on their off time.
That's cool.
Put it in the trailer and said, you know what? And Troy saw Dex and said, hey, Dex, what are you putting the car in there for? And he goes, oh, well, you're racing next, Dad, so we're putting it in there. And he goes, no, you're supposed to be racing first. And he goes, oh, that means I have to take your car out. And Troy goes, tell me what's going on. Immediately, Dex
he knew.
Goes, Mom did it.
He knew something.
Mom said it.
That's funny.
So, yeah, and then so he finished 8th, which was a great run, started 13th in that race. Then in 7th spot, Brad Pounds. Brad Pounds in a brand new, newly bodied car. He's back in the 15B. It's black and white.
Really? That's not typical Pound style.
No, it was flat black with white.
Wow.
It looks a lot like his QRC.
All right.
Then we got 6th spot, the number 4, which is Joey Yanta's car.
Right.
Driven by Ricky Childress Jr., which was interesting to see him back. He had won his heat race, had some problems in the main, he started on the pole, finished 6th.
Ooh, tough night.
Yep. Here's Mr. Consistency himself, Justin Schweitzer in the 2J.
Right.
Started 5th, ended 5th.
All right.
Then we've got, in 4th spot, the winner of the Nationals in Santa Maria, night number 1, Shane DeVolder in the 44S from Pacifica. He started 6th, finished 4th.
Moved up a little bit.
Then we've got another Mr. Consistency from Torrance in the 222. That's part of the Terry Henry Race Prep 222. Cody Laney started 9th.
Wow.
Made it up to the 3rd spot.
We were just talking about him not long ago.
Yeah. And then another guy had a great finish. First time, it's only maybe been out to the track a handful of times. Justin Villanueva in 97 from Atwater comes home 2nd. And your winner from Bakersfield, the 22D of Ryan Daves.
He's been very fast down there this year.
He's been consistent.
Right.
And finally, consistency helped him out because he started 2nd.
Where is he in points? Who's your points leader? Do you know?
Points leader. Let's go up to my points real quick, and I'll tell you.
Give me the top 5 in IMCA modified
stuff.
Points.
Yeah, let me get up there real quick. Oh, where are they going to give it to me?
Sorry about that, bud.
No worries, man. We'll get
I think
it going
coming in down there, the points leader was Sawyer, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Sawyer, and he did not race.
Right. He
was
is
doing the family thing, and
they are out of the country.
Yes. After this last race, your leader in points is now Brad Towns in the 15B.
Ooh.
Yeah, with 220. Robbie Sawyer with 192 is in 2nd. Justin Schweitzer in 2J is in 3rd with 188. 4th is Steve Nolan in the 17N with 184. Chris Crump in the 7 is in 5th with 173. Then you got Cody Laney with 172 in 6th.
Cody Laney outside. Now, how many has he missed? 2 races?
I believe he's missed 1 race.
He's got 2 wins there, doesn't he?
Yes, he has 2 wins. Nope, I take that back. He's missed 2 races. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. What do you guys have coming up this week at Bakersfield Speedway? What's on your card?
Racing.
This week coming up on the card. Whoa, things moved real quick. Hold
I know you guys have got a huge fireworks show coming up, and
Yeah, this week, the 23rd, we've got